if you live, work, or play in an RV or on the go, and you have one of these guys right here, you almost already or going to need one of these guys. Now, we've been working with him. His name's Pip. Nice to meet you, everybody. Huh, Pip? We've been working with him to be off leash for a while, and now he's actually doing pretty good. Other than when he sees a squirrel, a dog, or just a friendly face, he's bolting. And I don't love that, so whenever he doesn't do that, he's perfect. But when he sees another dog or a squirrel, he bolts. And the only way that I've learned how to train him to not do that is to have a fence collar slash training collar, where you get your audible tone, then you get a vibration. So you're gonna get a beep or vibration intensity, and you can increase the intensity to whatever you feel comfortable. Now, for my dog, we don't usually use the vibration because he's trained, he just knows what the beep. So, but if you do want to use that vibration and the intensity, because I always like to have it there in case it's a dangerous situation. If he's running up to a dog that I do not feel comfortable about, I want to protect my dog and the other dog and maybe their owner in case that happens. So I do leave these on, and you do get extra one of these because it depends on how long your dog's fur is. So for me, he doesn't have very long fur, so I go with the short ones. But if your dog has longer fur, you need to attach it, you need to get in there a little bit deeper. You have those long ones as well. That comes with it. Now, the cool thing about this kit is that it does come with 2 collars. These are 2 training collars, which is nice because obviously if you have 2 dogs, which we do, that you're training at the same time, which we happen to have. I only have 1 dog, but my son and his wife are here visiting with us for a little while, and they want to get in on this action. And so when they play together, they don't want them to run away. So we fence them with out in the field. We'll show you here in a second where they can just run around, but they can't get too far, right? So this right here is the brains. Everything is going to be controlled by the collar. So we'll slap that collar on him in just a second. Oh, he loves it. And let me just go over this really quick. To turn this on, all you got to do is just press this top button, which is lock or unlock. So you got that locked, it's on right there. And then to switch your modes right here, I think we're in dog training mode. This button right here gives you a light. So if you happen to be in the dark and so you drop something or whatever, you just happen to be out and about in the dark time, you have that light. So that's kind of a nice little feature. You have a couple different light patterns. You have your SOS light, and just press and hold to turn that off. Then you have your vibration mode right here. We can do that on the collar. And then you have your sound mode, that the sound is on the collar. You just heard that. So really quick, just to flip it from training mode to fence mode, because I want to show you guys the fence mode, you just press and hold that down. Now again, it does come with 1, 2, but you can add up to 1 more. You can add up to 3 collars for every receiver. Then it has a handy dandy belt loop like that. So to level up the intensity of either the tone or to change the tone, you have these up and down arrows. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can change the tone to whatever you're training. Then you have this button right here where you press, that's going to be your shock collar. So it goes from 1 to 16. Like I said, I usually just leave it at the 1, but if you press it and the up arrows, press it again if you need it for an emergency situation that's dangerous, then you're going to use that right there. All right, let's get to it. Let me switch it from training mode. Do you see right there? I'm not sure if you can see that where it says training mode. Press and hold that in to fence mode. The fence level here goes from 1 to 8, basically giving at level 1, you're about 33 feet, which is what we're going to show you. I love having 33 feet because that gives me the peace of mind that knows that he's going to pretty much stay in the general area of the campground or where we're camping here. We got him in the fence mode at 33 feet. At 8, it's going to give you 650 feet. So that's a little bit too far for my comfort level. If I was living on a ranch or a farm or something like that, maybe I could use 8. But for right now, when we're camping full time, 1 is where we're going to live. So let's go take a walk, and let me show you exactly what happens when you take a dog, Pip, off leash. He's free. All right, so we're going to go for a little walk here. So we're still in the training mode, and he knows. See if we don't get a beep here pretty soon. Oh, the other thing too is the collar, if you can tell right here, the collar has a light on it. So if it's dark and he gets away, you can light that collar up and you'll be able to find him really easy with that light. Okay, and he just reached the boundary of where I feel comfortable, so I just beeped and he came back. So to control the light on that really quick, if you press and hold, it's gonna turn that one on. But if you just short press, it turns the light on the collar right here. And then you press it again, there's a flashing light like, hey, he got out at night, I wanna know where he's at. And then there you go. All right, so now we're gonna go over to this edge of the boundary that I have him set at. I'm gonna say this is about as far as I like him to go. So I'm gonna let him wander a little bit and see. He's like, hey, is this okay? He's checking in, which is great, which is awesome. And he's waiting for me. This is family. I'm liking him to go about this far. So that's about as far as I like him to go. And you can hear that. He's coming back. Just like that, he comes back and he's good to go. Good boy. Like I said, I've been working with him for a little while on it, and this is the first time we've introduced him to this collar situation because, like I said, he does really good if there's not a squirrel or another dog. We just had an incident this morning where somebody was walking his dog and he bolted across, and you hear that. I don't know if you heard that, but he got beeped again, so he came right back to me. So again, I don't think it's going to take very long until he recognizes. So we're going to keep this on him. And then when distractions come and appear, I'm going to be able to have this right on my hip or in my pocket and ready to have that instant recall. So if you're working with your dog and he's about the same stage as I am, this is going to work perfect for you. If you want that instant recall or just a fence boundary to know that your dog can no longer leave that electric fence, it's basically 33 feet away from this, and that's probably what I did wrong. Let me show you this. So this is my fence right here. It's 33 feet around here. So we're gonna leave this right on my truck, right there, and then we're gonna walk 33 feet away, and it should beep at you, saying, hey buddy, you've gone too far. Oh, that's it. Did you hear that? I'm not sure if you heard that beep, but that's it. And he checks in, he looks back and he says, I guess that's all I can go. And that's all he needs to know. That's as far as he can go right there. If you're looking for something to help your dog be the best version of himself, this works for me. It's been proven and it's been tested. I can't say this enough about how much my dog just reacts to it just really quick, picks it up, understands it, learns it. So it's perfect for me and my situation. Hopefully this will help you to create that best version of your relationship with your furry friend.